Anybody that knows anything about Young Living is familiar with the Thieves oil. That I think is the hallmark in some ways of this company, and the oil that even if people didn't know who Young Living was, they probably knew about Thieves essential oil. If they didn't use it personally, they've heard about it. And so there is a recipe called Thieves tea. I know there's different variations of this, but I'm going to give you one that I think is really kind of fun. And again, this is another way, if your throat is scratchy, if you feel like you're dropping below the wellness line and you just need a little boost and you want something warm to drink, this is a really good option. So I have already poured myself in this mug some hot water. The first thing that you do is you take a teaspoon of local raw honey. I don't have local raw honey. I've got honey that from my cousin out in Washington. He is a beekeeper. He has his PhD in entomology, and so I will use his honey. I don't have any local raw honey right now, but that would be my first choice. The second thing that you do is you take 1 drop of Thieves Vitality. So you're going to want to try to be a little accurate with this, but remember, if 2 slip out, it's not like that. It's not the end of the world, okay? So I've got supposedly one drop of Thieves Vitality. Then I'm going to take the Copaiba. I'm going to do 1 drop of Copaiba, see if we can get a little more accurate this time. Ooh, I did it. 1 drop of the Copaiba Vitality, and then 2 drops of lemon Vitality. So we're going to add a couple drops of that. I aced it on everything except for the Thieves. And we're going to stir that together and sip on that. And this is a really tasty drink. It's a way to keep you warm and happy and above the wellness line. So there's your Thieves tea recipe. The second thing that I'm going to tell you in this particular segment is we all know that hand washing is super important. If we have ever heard in our lifetime about how important hand washing is, it has been in the last 6 months. We also know, or should know, that there are a lot of hand soaps out there that actually will strip the microbiome off of your skin, which is not a good thing. It was put there to help fight and to help keep your immune system up. So if you start stripping that natural microbiome off of your skin, you're actually making things worse for yourself than better. So based on the fall season, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can make your own hand soap, and this is super cheap. And it is super fun, and you can do creative things by putting pebbles in the bottom of this container, or just use it just straight up. But you can buy these containers on Life Science Publishing. You can buy them on Amazon. It is just a way for you to be able to make your own hand soap. So fill it up to about here, because we want to make sure that we can put the pumper in and not have this overflow. It's a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Seems like most of the lessons I learn are learned that way. Then you're going to take a Castile soap. Castile soap is a very safe soap. It doesn't have the nasty chemicals. And so you're going to add 3 tablespoons. Let me see here what it says on this recipe. I'm kind of going based on what I normally do. Oh, it says 2 tablespoons of Castile soap and 1 tablespoon of carrier oil. So honestly, guys, I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to guess. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons or thereabouts of the Castile soap, and then I'm going to do some carrier oil. I will just do the grapeseed carrier oil. I'm sure that they're having you add this in this recipe because fall and winter is a time that your hands tend to dry out a little bit more. So I'll add about a tablespoon of that oil, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 drops of Thieves and 4 drops of orange. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I actually have this running in my diffuser right now, and it's a really, really nice smell. You add more orange into this, and it adds a delightful scent. And of course, the Thieves is really going to help. It's really going to help keep the crud off of your hands. And so what you do is you put your top on this, and you've got your foaming hand soap. This is safe, it's effective, because we've added our carrier oil. It's non-drying, and it smells lovely. We've all heard that when you wash your hands, you should wash your hands under hot water for 20 seconds. I think a lot of us are used to doing this, but remember that you've got to do the top of your hands as well, and actually even try to get under your nails. Think if that's ever been important, now is a time that's been important. So those are a couple other recipes for you, and I will pop back on in one more video, I think.